Hi everyone, welcome back to Phoenix Awakened. I'm your host Jason.
And I'm Allison. Hello everyone.
Welcome back for another awesome show. This show is going to be about Allison's Ayahuasca experience, and I cannot wait to hear her story. So are you ready to share?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a while. I think it's roughly been about 8 years, I think. So I don't remember all the details, but there are some amazing experiences that I have had. This was my first and probably, I don't know, maybe my only, I'm not sure, ayahuasca experience. But for my first, I had a really amazing trip, you could say. Because I have heard that people don't have the best trips.
Yeah, I've heard of a lot of people having some very interesting experiences with ayahuasca.
Yeah, so I was actually really lucky because I have heard that people have had really bad trips. And I guess for me, being my first time and my first experience, I didn't go in expecting anything. I think I was just more open to expecting nothing, really.
So no expectations.
Yeah.
Just going there, just see what's going to happen.
Yeah, pretty much. And I had a really amazing time. I gained quite a bit of information as well. One of the things that I remember because I was doing it with a couple of friends of mine as well. These friends had met someone who was able to make the concoction, and so they were able to share the experience, and I'm actually really grateful that I had this experience. But one of the things that I do remember I was lying on the floor. I had to lie close to the heater because I was really, really cold for some reason. And I was lying on the floor and I just saw this bird-like being in my vision. But this bird being was completely black. I had no idea. You might think that it's a bad trip. You're like, Allison, you just had a good trip. What are you talking about? There's a black bird being in your head. But no, I think I have a reason or understanding of why I couldn't see who this bird being was, because this being was completely black, and there was so much color and light around him or it that I didn't feel threatened or scared or anything along those lines. And I had this sense or feeling and this being telling me that it was my partner or my future partner or the person I was going to meet. And I told Jason this, and the interesting thing about it is that Jason is part of a bird clan.
Yeah, it's one of my soul groups.
Yeah.
Because I've got many soul groups.
Yeah.
But that's one of the soul groups.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And you work with eagle energy a lot as well.
Yeah, I worked a lot with eagle energy because, as we know, eagles are all about your clairvoyance, seeing the bigger picture. So you don't step into the drama. It's like overseeing everything, and so you can navigate better. So it's a very powerful totem. And when I've worked with the eagle, I've had Native American Indians help me with that as well. So it's a powerful totem.
Yeah, so I had no idea at the time who it was going to be, but after talking to Jason about it, I do realize that it is you.
Because I said to you, I think that might be me.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. And looking back on it now, yeah, I think that's true.
This is going back, what did you say, 10 years or so?
It could be 8 to 10 years.
Okay.
I'm not 100%.
That's a while ago.
Yeah, it's a while ago. So that was, and yeah, I didn't feel any kind of fear or anything. It's pretty, for me, it's one of the most amazing experiences that I've had. One of the other experiences that I do remember is I was actually looking at the wall, or you could say pretty much the wall. And I could see these little tiny symbols or diagrams or something in the wall that were changing. So it could be changing from like a star to a square to a triangle.
So geometry?
Something along those lines, yeah. But the interesting thing is that they were so small. They were like so tiny, but they were reflecting some kind of holographic rainbow color. And it was really trippy because I had never seen this before, but it was all over the place. It was like literally all over the place. And I remember us listening to another YouTuber saying that she had experienced something similar. She wasn't on ayahuasca because she can see, she's clairvoyant and everything. But she also saw symbols in the air, you could say, changing, different shapes and sizes and stuff like that. And she realized that she was actually looking at the Matrix. I didn't realize that that's what it was at the time, because I'm just thinking I'm having an awesome trip. But in actual fact, that I was actually probably seeing another version of the Matrix.
And this would be your third time.
Yeah.
Seeing the Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah. So number 4, here we come.
Well, maybe you can do number 4.
I will have my notepad and pen ready.
Well, if we do actually get another chance, we will try and get as much information as we can.
Yeah, I do remember somebody years ago I was listening to on YouTube. Forgotten who he was because it's going back a long time. He sat in the dark for like 4 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that.
And then what he said after that experience, he could then see all the lines of the Matrix, fluoro green lines or something, which represented the Matrix. So that's interesting. But yeah, off topic. So I digress.
Yeah, but that is also quite interesting as well. I don't know if I could sit, in the room pitch dark for 4 weeks though. No, I don't think I could do that.
I think your experience was a lot more fun.
Yeah, I think my experience was a lot more fun.
And a lot more faster.
So one of the other experiences that I had was, we all know that, or we've all heard, when people go through an ayahuasca experience, there's a lot of purging going on, both from top and bottom. And I did kind of go through that experience. However, it was more like from like vomiting, but I do remember going, okay, if I have to, then I'm open to it and I will just do it and get it over and done with. And I was kneeling over I was kneeling by the toilet bowl, my head hanging over, and just waiting because I could feel it coming. And because I was waiting, I was actually able to sit in the experience of that purging of whatever I needed to purge. And I was able to get some kind of insight of what gave me that feeling. And because I was sitting in it, I didn't need to do it.
So you surrendered.
So I surrendered to the feeling of what was causing the purge. So in a way...
So you weren't fighting it.
No, I wasn't fighting it.
You surrendered.
Yeah, I was just so willing and so open to just letting go of vomiting. Because just vomiting, that I didn't need to, because I was sitting in, you could say I was sitting in the energy of whatever turmoil was trying to come up. I don't actually remember what I was getting, because it was quite a few times that I actually was going through this.
Okay.
Yeah, it was quite a few times. But every time when I did it the first time, and it would happen again, I would position myself in front of the toilet, waiting again, and no, didn't happen, because I had just sat there and was being in that moment. So that, I feel like I learned a lot. There was more stuff that was going on, but I feel like those 3 experiences, I learned a lot.
It was... I feel like that experience, I think people need to be aware of, be mindful when, not just to jump into something like that with that sort of preparation as well.
Oh, absolutely. When I did it with a couple of friends, because I had already tried it before. One of my friends was going to wait for her partner, and because she was waiting for her partner, she was going to be, you could say, the sober one while I was going through the experience. So if anything did happen in the first 20 to 40 minutes, at least she was there. So, and she could support me through it or anything along those lines. Once her partner came, I think it might have been an hour after I was, into the whole swing of things, I was fine. I was absolutely fine. I am getting the memory of, it's such an interesting experience. Like my body being completely numb in a way that I just kind of fell over and landed on my face and my ass was stuck in the air.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just all like my body just wasn't, you know, I guess when you take stuff like that, your body is not going to be functioning properly. That's probably why there's a lot of purging going on.
How many hours were you there for? Do you remember?
Oh, man.
Was it a whole night?
Yeah, I stayed there. I stayed over the night. I stayed there over the night. And I think I was there from the afternoon. I was there and it probably lasted maybe at 4 to 5 hours.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking it would have been in system for quite a while.
Yeah, it lasted about 4 to 5 hours. And I remember I was hungry because I remember just chowing down on goji berries as well. Just chowing down on goji berries. But then I realised that I had candida afterwards. So when I realised that I had candida after it, you hear experiences of when people, because you told me about experiences when people have had eye-opening experiences where they actually clean up their diet or they clean up themselves or something along those lines. So when I discovered that I had candida, it actually put me on a path of eating really healthy.
Yeah, clean.
Yeah, very clean.
You became veggie, I think.
I became veggie. I became carb-free. I became sugar-free. I just did everything that wasn't going to feed the candida.
Yeah, and it only took you, 12 months to clean it up?
No, it actually took me 6 months.
Oh, 6 months?
Yeah, it took me 6 months to
Wow.
clean it up. It literally, and the awesome thing about it is that I actually lost weight in the meantime. I didn't even think of losing weight. It just happened. So I didn't realize I was actually doing keto at the time. I was just trying to clean up my body, clean out all the things that were going on in my body. And I guess you could say that was because of ayahuasca. It helped me to clean out all the toxicity that I had in my body in a different way. I didn't need to throw up or purge. I just needed to change my way of eating.
So ayahuasca in a way supported you to step you into a higher level with your diet and cleaning you out in a different way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Which I didn't realize that there's a word or an actual diet, which is keto, which I have done in the past. But I feel this, when I went through the cleaning out the candida, it was more of an important experience of doing it.
I'm just getting to tell people about, because Allison's done, was it a couple of years of keto?
Yeah.
So check up on YouTube, AJ Living, and she's done loads of keto videos and cooking. And if anybody's interested in keto, because a lot of people are, yeah. So if you check it out, the keto from AJ Living videos, Allison's done a lot on.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, so check it out. It will be helpful and informative. And we've done a lot of keto in the kitchen as well. AJ's kitchen.
Yeah.
We're talking about keto and you're cleaning yourself up, so I might as well throw that in there because people are...
Because it is relevant.
Be
it is relevant because I had an ayahuasca experience which led me down the path of actually cleaning myself up, cleaning the toxins in my body, which people have had that experience as well. There's been an experience where someone has seen the future. You know, you've actually listened to people on YouTube that have had their own experiences. The couple that I was with, while I was having absolutely amazing experience, just light everywhere all around me, they were having the opposite.
Yeah, they were fighting off shadow creatures or something.
Yeah, they were fighting off shadows. I don't fully know what was going on, but all I remember was them saying that they were fighting off shadows.
Yeah, and that could have been also fighting themselves or the shadow aspects of self.
Possibly. Yeah, there's a possibility. But we were in the same house having completely different experiences, and that's what happens. Like, you can be in the same building with someone and have a completely different experience because we're all individuals having our own experience. We've got our own stuff going on.
Yeah, exactly right. You can be in the same room and everybody's having a whole completely different experience.
Yeah, so I'm absolutely grateful for having such an amazing experience for my first time, because it can be quite scary, especially when you're taking a substance and you have no idea what's about to happen.
No
idea.
I had a friend that does or did, because I haven't seen him for a long time, taking mushrooms,
Oh,
magic mushrooms.
yeah.
And I said, how'd you go, mate? Yeah, so he said, I became a mushroom. He said, I sat down like a mushroom. I did a squat and I was there for like 5 hours. I was a complete mushroom. And I went, okay. He goes, Jace, I'm going to get you some magic mushrooms. I said, mate, I don't think I want to sit there for 5 hours being a bloody mushroom. Because this guy would, because we were doing trade work together, he goes, mate, I've got some magic mushrooms for you. I said, but I can't afford to sit like a mushroom all day.
I'm sorry. Just the concept of sitting like a mushroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So be careful what you're taking, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much. Like if you're going to take something, make sure that you've got someone there that is actually sober enough to keep an eye on you just in case. Because that's what my friend did. Because it was my first time around, she was waiting for her partner. She was sober for the first hour or 40 minutes or something along those lines, just to make sure that I felt safe and in case something might have happened. But nothing happened. It was absolutely amazing. But even though I've had my experience and my experience was at my friend's place, be mindful, because technically when you have your ayahuasca experience, you go to a shaman in Peru. Because they're the ones that hold the ceremony and they're the ones that know exactly what's going on, because they can see and understand what is happening on an energetic level. When you go to Peru, just be mindful of who you go to, because I have also heard that not everyone who says they're a shaman is actually a proper shaman either. So just be mindful, people. Do your research.
Yeah, be mindful. I was just getting, as you were talking about that, you would have to make sure that the house is clean and cleared of any negative energies.
Yeah, I don't think we did that.
I just got that now. It's like, I think you would need to clean up the energy of the house or the room that you're going to be.
Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. You would have to make sure that the house, the area is just, you got to smudge because you don't know what's in your house.
No, because we clear and smudge all the time and we're doing everything we can to keep the space clean and clear.
And then, you find that there's portals here, doorway here,
Yes.
things. That's so true. I didn't even think of that. That is so true. Also, make sure just make sure that your house is clear energetically.
Yeah, or the space that you're going to be. So that's what a job of the shaman should be.
Exactly.
It should be a full-on cleaning, smudging ceremony.
Yeah.
Everything's clean and clear and all energetic doors closed.
Yeah.
So there's not beings just coming in when they want to come in and just to play the game with you. And
Exactly. Because if I was a shaman and that was my business, I would take it real seriously and go, like we discussed before, do either a ceremony or a ritual, or have the person or people go through a meditation just to make sure that they're in the right space. I would take it really seriously, because you're dealing with people's psyches here.
yeah, and I just say, wow, the mind boggles.
Because you're a teacher, you already know the responsibility of dealing with people's psyches.
Yeah, and clearing space is the first thing that you need to do.
Exactly. So,
and the people as well. I mean, sometimes when I've done the classes, I will give people a clearing spray around their auric field just to help, clear them.
But just imagine you doing that while giving someone a substance that could completely open them up to
different dimensions, different realities, different galactic beings.
That's exactly it. We just have no idea.
No.
You have no idea on the different dimensions that you could possibly opening yourself up to. So being a teacher yourself, and if I was a shaman doing this kind of practice, I would take it so seriously because I want to make sure that everyone in my care is safe.
Yeah. But I'm getting there's a lot of backyard ayahuasca trips going on.
Possibly. And it does happen. I mean, you can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. We just got to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves and taking care of each other pretty much at the end of the day.
Yeah, just be careful everyone, which rabbit hole you jump into.
Yeah, pretty much, because it might be a big one.
Yeah. and you want to be able to get out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we jump down the rabbit hole quite a lot, and we don't even need ayahuasca to do it.
No, we don't.
No, so there's probably a better way of doing it.
Yeah, because I was asked years ago when I was teaching classes in a shop, and I had people come up to me and go, Jason, you need to take ayahuasca, mate. It's going to be a fantastic trip for you. You'll be able to get so much information. And I said to them back then, I've got so much going on. I just don't think it would be a good move for me at the moment. Maybe in the future, but not right now.
Yeah, and with everything that we know now, I don't know if I would do it again. Part of me would, but also the other part of me wouldn't.
People have been known to have diarrhea, is that right? That's what I've heard. So what happens if there's 10 people in one toilet?
Nasty shit happens.
Yeah.
Nasty shit
So just
happens.
be aware of that too. And we're not probably painting a pretty picture, because there's a lot of beautiful YouTube videos and documentaries out there where it's all light and love and it's all beautiful and, I've awakened.
But just be aware that, there might be a lot of shit, literally. And there might be a lot of purging, and if you are going to do it in the jungle, there might not be a toilet. You might have to lie there in it.
Yeah, bring your own shovel.
Yeah. But, when you're going through the experience, the last thing you want to, lucky for me, I was like, okay, I'm prepared to like vomit. But if you're going through this experience and you're tripping out, the last thing you want to do is like, dig a hole.
You do dig a hole beforehand.
But then can you find it?
It's just getting nasty now, people. Getting nasty.
Oh, I think we need to leave it there.
Yeah. But it's meant to be a helpful tool to help you to expand and to be aware and to evolve on many, many levels.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just as long it's done the
Correctly.
right way.
Yeah. As long as everyone's safe and it's done correctly, then absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many things to experience here, isn't there? Anything else?
No, I think I'm actually really good. I think we've shared a lot with everyone, and probably a little bit more than what they would like to know as well.
I'd say so. So people out there are probably chuckling or rushing to the toilet.
Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in.
Thank you, Allison, for your amazing story.
Thank you as well.
Story time, everyone.
Absolutely. So much love to everyone. And if you have an experience with ayahuasca in the Amazon or in Peru, let us know. Let us know if you had an amazing trip and if you...
Even just tried it.
Yeah, or even if you just tried it, or if you had to dig a hole and you couldn't find it.
That's a good way to say goodbye. Thanks for tuning in, and we send you lots of love and blessings, everyone, and we do appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. See you
Ciao.
later, everyone. Bye.